Reading Pioneers is proud to present Ready, Steady, Sail, written by J.C. Perry. Down at the harbor, in the warm evening breeze, Hedgehog packed her boat full of crackers and cheese. "Where are you off to?" asked a gull from the quayside.
It's time for adventure.
The busy hedgehog replied.
I'm sailing the southwest to see the whole coast. There are 3 little islands I like to see most. They're famed for their beauty and their local cuisine. I've heard their beaches are the finest you've seen.
"I know of those 3 islands," came a voice from the next boat. The voice belonged to Squirrel, who stood and cleared his throat. "I vote for a race to the 3 islands and back,"
No thanks.
said Hedgehog.
Now I'm just off to pack.
"Afraid you'll lose?" taunted Squirrel. "Let's not bicker. We'll have to just agree that my boat is quicker." Hedgehog didn't care for challenges or races. She liked to unwind when sailing to places. But boasters like Squirrel needed putting in place, so Hedgehog agreed to his plan for a race. "Fantastic!" said Squirrel. "We'll sail out at dawn,"
Yes, I suppose so.
said Hedgehog with a yawn. She finished packing and admired the views. Gull flapped his wings to spread the news. When the sun rose at dawn over sparkling sea, there stood a small crowd at the side of the quay. Squirrel's sail hoisted high up into the sky. He waved at the cheering crowd as he sauntered by. As Squirrel started his trip to the coast, Hedgehog was finishing her jam on toast. Then, after a refreshing mug of warm tea, she was finally ready to sail out to sea. The race had got started an hour before, but still the crowd cheered as she sailed from the shore. Squirrel looked back and he whooped with delight. The sea looked quite empty, no rival in sight. "Well, how easy peasy this will be to win," smirked Squirrel with an enormous grin. He passed the first island and sailed onto the second. "I might reach the third by tomorrow," he reckoned. When Hedgehog reached the first isle, she stopped for a rest.
I'll stay here for the night before heading out west.
Squirrel passed Island 2 with the moon shining bright, but rather than sleep, he sailed into the night. "If I stay awake, I'll get further ahead." "I mustn't stop now," the tired squirrel said. Hedgehog, meanwhile, had some tasty local food. She was loving her boat trip and was in a great mood. She chatted with locals, tried pineapple smoothie, then went to her beach hut to watch a fun movie. After deep, restful sleep and a trip to the loo, Hedgehog set sail for island number 2. Squirrel was halfway to island number 3 when the gentle swaying motion of the sea made him feel tired from his head to his toes, and before he knew it, he had started to doze. Squirrel dreamed of his triumph and how he would gloat, but then the wind changed direction, and so did his boat. During this time, Hedgehog managed to reach island number 2 and its beautiful beach. She soaked up the sun as she lay on the sand and listened to music performed by a band.
The boat race can wait.
She thought to herself.
Rushing around is not good for my health.
When Squirrel awoke, he was flailing in the sea. he looked for his boat. Where on earth could it be? It had smashed into rocks with an almighty crash and flung him quite far with an almighty splash. He pulled himself out of the water, wet through. "Oh no!" he said out loud. "Now what will I do?" His boat sank quite quickly, and to his dismay, his acorns and almonds all floated away. But meanwhile, our hedgehog was dancing the conga. As more joined the line, it got longer and longer. She sipped her delicious coconut and lime. She really was having a very nice time. The next day, she set sail for Isle number 3.
With luck and a tailwind, I'll get there for tea.
A school of young dolphins came to say hello, and a humpback whale could be seen far below. But then she saw something that didn't belong. Some acorns and almonds came floating along. She followed the nuts and the odd broken box until she discovered some jagged black rocks. "Help!" shouted Squirrel. "Please rescue me!" Hedgehog threw a lifebelt far out into sea. She pulled him aboard and then gave him a soothing fresh drink, and some warm pecan pie. Squirrel was tired, so Hedgehog thought it best to sail to the third isle and give him a rest. "Leave me now," croaked Squirrel. "Go and win the race."
What race?
asked Hedgehog, a smile on her face. Squirrel and Hedgehog became best of friends. But this isn't quite where our story ends. They still sail together to this very day and pause to enjoy themselves along the way. Thank you, Pioneers, for reading with us today to the book Ready, Steady, Sail by J.C. Perry. This book was so fun to read and is a much more exciting book than other tales that teach about patience. You can visit the author's website, jcperry.info, where you can access all of her incredible books, as well as get to know more about her. J.C. Perry can be followed on Facebook and Instagram, so I hope you can check her out and visit her social media to let her know I sent you. I'm so glad JC contacted me to read her many books, and if you have a book you'd like to be read on this channel, please send me an email, contact@readingpioneers.com, so we can turn it into the next read aloud. Also, it would really help this channel if you like the video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to stay updated with future read alouds coming soon. Unfortunately, this is it for today. While waiting for the next upload, over here is another book written by JC called Best Nest, and below that is her Halloween thriller, Tom's Zombie Fright. Thanks again, readers, for joining us today, and until next time, I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye.